We're back. There we go. Now we're recording. We're back.
We're back.
Yeah. Took off last Tuesday. And,
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Just in case.
I wonder why.
There's a little prep for natural disasters.
It's a mystery what
but,
Mango might have been doing.
I've told everybody. But, yeah. A lot of wind. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm back. Everything's good, and we are good to go. There's just a few streams left of this, and then we'll have to figure out what we do after.
Oh, really?
Or if we want to take a hiatus for like holiday season, because that's coming. So I don't know.
That's true.
I mean, my holidays are chill, so I'll be here. But I don't know about the rest of you. So we could always,
I'll be moving around some.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we feel. If so, that's okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't keep me down, Electric. That's right. And this is a long one, so we're gonna jump into it, provided everything is still working. Okay, because I had to reboot my computer.
No Scooby-Doo podcast today.
Not today. Sorry. Okay, so we finished day 2 of the trial. And what was the stuff what happened last time?
Meekins got declared innocent.
Yeah, that was the one before that, though.
That was the one before that.
Jake Marshall was on the stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured out that his brother was part of the case before.
Right,
he
was actually
died.
was murdered. Right? Isn't that what they
Yes.
say?
Murdered.
And then, Lana went onto the stand and said basically that she was willing to do whatever it took to get
she
Joe Dark,
fabricated evidence.
including fabricate
Yeah.
evidence to make sure he got the death penalty.
Yes.
But Meekins got exonerated, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
Yes.
So at that point, it looks pretty bad for our case. But we get one more day of investigation. Because
Yes.
why? Oh, we don't know who the print belongs to. Wasn't that the mystery?
Yeah.
Like, they couldn't identify
That's right.
whose other print was on the locker.
On Gumshoe's locker.
Right. So that's why we were given an additional day to investigate for the final day of the trial.
Investigation.
Hey, Bert. Time for the right of duels.
Ooh.
It's time to do.
Duel. February 24th.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright.
So sorry, Mr. Wright.
Sorry.
So sorry.
I'm
Sorry
Canadian.
about that.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry for what my sister said.
Clear. All right, go ahead.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. It's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
Lana.
Shame.
I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Dark killings.
Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me.
Phoenix.
So out of the loop.
Lana wanted Dark convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me.
What do you mean what happened to you?
I almost died.
What?
It's all there in the file.
Oh, I don't read
Look
that.
how many pages this is.
I can't read. Joe Dark's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence.
But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma?
On the night prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Dark tried to kill me.
What? He tried to kill you?
Really should have read that.
Yeah.
Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me.
Oh, no. So that means you.
Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Dark trial.
I didn't see that one coming.
It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of the year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together when she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office.
Joe Dark.
It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me.
That's why
Just
I
like
read this
that.
yellow button.
It reminds me of him.
Never
I
forget.
didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up.
Jake Marshall's brother.
Joe Dark tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him.
What a hero.
Then
What happened?
I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window. Kabang! Lighting up the office for an instant.
Wow, good effects.
It's immersion. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now.
A permanent picture. Look at this photograph.
Does it make you laugh?
What
No.
did you see in the
Not
instant
this time.
that crime occurred? Look at this photograph.
It's burned into her mind.
Dark knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Kinda
Neil
looks like
Marshall
an
was
onion.
stabbed right in front of this poor girl.
He's left-handed.
Yeah. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms.
Poor Emma. You've been through so much.
I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good.
You're like crayon.
She's
2
holding
years
it in her
ago.
fist.
You must have been 14. That's understandable.
Yeah, 14-year-olds can't draw.
No.
Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I wanted to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any.
I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime.
I don't remember the moment when Dark stabbed Mr. Marshall.
So you weren't able to testify about that.
No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime.
Made it up. You mean provided bogus evidence.
Bogus.
It's bogus evidence, bro. The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it.
Edgeworth.
Duh. Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, sure he didn't.
Sure. sure. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. Once you start, you just can't
Yeah,
stop.
it's an addiction.
The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, it's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
So it's true. Even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence.
After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold like she is today.
She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma.
What is it?
You said you were in Lana's office at the time, right?
That's right.
Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor?
Oh, there's no mystery there.
Oh, really?
Joe Dark had been taken in for questioning that day.
Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police?
Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office.
But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office?
Because the detective offices in the questioning room are right across from the elevator.
Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she?
No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective.
What?
She was the best in the entire force.
What? That's news to me.
After the Joe Dark case,
You got a law degree.
She was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor.
I mean, someone had
Wait.
to do
law
it.
degree, right?
We hope so.
Who knows?
We drew lots.
Lana used to be a detective? I better have another talk with her.
She's like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It's either the prosecutor's office or you work in the cafeteria lunch.
Yep.
Did you take the bar, ma'am?
She's been to the bar.
So true. Lana,
Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble.
Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type.
Criminals don't mind playing foul, why should we?
but Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty.
Believe me, I understand the risks.
Lana, Emma told me about you.
Oh?
Uh-huh. About how you were a detective 2 years ago, and how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office.
That's right.
Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs?
I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright.
A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that the case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago.
Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be.
That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth.
Couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul.
Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15, there was no murder at the police department.
Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us?
Emma, this doesn't involve just me.
I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before.
It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago.
She was amazing. They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together.
Chief Gant.
He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes.
For fun.
Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be.
They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed.
Emma really idolizes her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened?
I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was...
To gain experience investigating crime scenes, so you could use that experience in court, right?
Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office.
Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago.
2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Dark.
Second in command. That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right?
Yes. Deputy Chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations.
They even had the same office.
We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Those three. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Dark was the serial killer. They asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place.
When he tried to murder Emma.
Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Dark.
You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me.
Now you tell us.
Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Dark that day. The investigation was in its final stages, and Dark must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down and fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself.
That's where he found me.
So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana?
It appears so. I was filling some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Dark.
Oh
Filing.
wow, stacked.
Oh, okay.
Double kill.
Wow.
When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood.
All kind of piled up, huh?
Yeah.
3 bodies. The prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out.
And the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked.
Kicked him in the head.
I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her. After all, her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident.
That's right, quite a coincidence, hmm?
I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident, just by chance.
But that case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he has changed completely. He thinks he's a cowboy now. Have you heard him?
I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That case just might not be over yet.
Hmm?
Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself. The chief's office.
Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder.
Ooh.
Okay, looks like we gotta move.
Okay.
Criminal affairs.
I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
Things seem kind of quiet around here today.
You're right. The chief of detectives seems the same, though.
Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to?
Right. We can come back here later.
I mean, is the office gonna be oh.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeehaw.
Howdy, Bambina.
oh, Mr. Marshall.
I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Que sera, sera. Never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? Should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning.
Who?
Billy?
Must be his pet cactus.
His flask.
Say, where are you headed?
Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why do prospectors head west?
For gold.
Yeah.
If there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one.
Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened?
Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so.
Hey, Canadian K-Dag, how's it going? What do you mean fishy?
Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found.
Evidence?
For example, evidence. The murder weapon.
The murder weapon? You mean the switchblade knife with the broken tip?
That was Joe Dark's, all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
What does that mean? Because I couldn't figure that out.
It means there's a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. Phoenix, please. That's like basic.
What?
Huh?
In the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased.
Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
Evidence?
Phoenix, come
Can't
on.
trust the evidence.
Evidence.
Pay attention, Phoenix.
That case left behind scars on all of us.
Oh man. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind.
Maybe you shouldn't shave with a knife.
Yeah, right?
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around.
You guys look pretty similar.
Yeah,
I
right?
know.
I had just made detective when it went down. This is our first case together.
How old was he, your brother?
Are they
5,
twins?
6?
I think they're twins. He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day.
The highest honor? You mean the...
K trophy.
The king of prosecutors.
I knew it.
What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor.
Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother.
The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transferal.
Interesting.
It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. Can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty.
Want to know how I got these scars?
I shave badly.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room.
What about Detective Goodman?
They did something to him, too. The commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious.
They?
Who are you talking about?
You know, they. The they.
The badger.
The big they.
Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky.
Ganton Sky.
The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second-in-command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers.
After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective.
Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina. Her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
It was certainly enlightening.
There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy.
There
He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But
Ta-da.
someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything.
Ho 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 ho.
That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today.
What?
What did he
What was-
spit?
Spit out.
Oh, I think he popped the cap off with his mouth. And
But
then
he's been drinking
spit
it this whole time. Why was
He
the
opened-
cap on? It's
he
a new
opened a
one?
new one.
It's a fresh one.
I guess.
Old Billy was empty.
That's the first
Yep.
time I've seen him do that.
Time for Billy Jr.
It's probably the last time we'll see him in the game. And they added a new animation. Okay.
Billy Jr. Too bad I won't be around to work with you. when you become a real scientific investigator.
That was really ominous. What's gonna happen?
Adios, Bambina.
Okay.
He rides off into the sunset.
The place is always pretty empty, but today is deserted.
That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes.
Yeah, that
No,
must
they
be.
don't do that here. They don't do that here. That's our job.
All right, that's a random chief. That's your chief.
Oh. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room.
Just join the meeting. It's fine.
Thanks. I'll just head on in. Wow, he actually talked to us.
With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial. Oh, there's so much to do. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together.
You mean thanks, miss?
I think
Whoa.
festive is the word usually used for those.
Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office.
Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
We're just allowed to
Just
go
go in
in.
his office. Who cares?
Really? It's really okay to just walk in? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything.
Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits.
Yeah, I'm getting fired tomorrow. I don't care.
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Run, Phoenix, run!
Hey!
Oh God.
This was their office? Lana had this office too, remember?
Yeah.
Whoa, where am I?
In the chief's office, silly. It's like Phantom of the Opera. At least that's what it said on the door.
The Phantom of the
Was it- did it look
Opera
like
is
this?
here.
Check out that
Seriously, why
pipe
is it like a
organ. That's
church
real,
or
isn't
a-
it? That's where that music's been coming from this whole time.
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten.
My tax dollars go into this?
They
It's
used to call
you.
me Little Miss Bach.
Little Miss
Are
Bach.
you sure? You sure it was Bach?
I know, right?
I thought I was a genius until something
What?
happened. I never could remember where C was.
Did you touch the...
Hmm?
You summoned him.
Oh, Lord.
dear.
Oh, it's you two.
Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk.
Mm-hmm. So, Righto, how have you been swimming lately?
So we've just been walking around. He's been
What an
sitting at his
ominous
desk the
question
whole
to
time, just watching us wander around and play the pipe organ.
It
guess
was
so.
hilarious.
Poison in their office. This is insane. This man is
No, I
crazy.
haven't. I've been kind of busy lately.
I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement.
Provocative statement. Oh, you mean about the forged evidence?
That
Phoenix.
too!
She said it in court.
2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there?
You want me to look at this photograph?
Yeah, look at this photograph. Every
Wow.
time I do, it makes me laugh.
It makes me laugh too.
Hey, we're not talking about you.
What?
That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though.
Is it not making you laugh?
No. There's something strange about this photo, and I don't know what it is, but,
I like how the knight in shining armor is peeking in the photo.
Photobomb. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Go on.
Oh.
Shoo shoo.
But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore.
all the same, we'd still like to have a look around, if that's okay.
Perhaps you didn't hear me.
He's gonna get angry. He's gonna get scary now.
I said there's no need to investigate it anymore.
Uh.
Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend.
Okay.
In his
Show him
defense,
the
like,
door.
it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've
I mean,
cleaned. We've cleaned since then.
probably.
Looks like we aren't welcome.
But we've got luminol. It seems that case isn't over with yet. Over with yet, after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be some reason he doesn't want us looking around in there.
You mean like a clue?
Mm-hmm. There's got to be a way to get. Got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office.
Hello!
Good lord!
It's me!
Can you help
The
us?
Badger! I can get you in! Follow me!
Let's use the Badger's ID card.
The blue badger is still riding around today.
Hmm.
That's me, riding around. Woohoo!
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing.
He is.
Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing about like crazy since the other day.
I have that effect on people. Can I take out his batteries?
Emma.
Murder!
I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty.
Oh.
Naughty's right! Someone take this bat away from me.
Naughty little Badger.
Hey!
Hey, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting?
Yeah, I'm just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
They're not allowing
From
you
the
to
meeting?
Sit?
From sitting so long?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
Are you an intern?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop.
Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth? No. Pfft. Why do you ask?
He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office.
But Marshall trusts him now.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost like the battles between you two in court.
That sounds serious.
Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to.
Darn.
That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes.
The Edgeworth crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party here, isn't she? Sorry.
She's right in front of her.
Sorry.
Nice going, Nick. Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth.
Tis, tis, tis.
You know, rumors.
Rumors?
His amazing talent as a prosecutor has kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this,
Are there really so many people who hate him?
Not
in
a
our
jerk.
world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that,
But he's a jerk.
Mm.
but he's a jerk. Hell, I mean he's young.
He's
There's
a
no-
young jerk.
He's a young jerk. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies.
Hey, Dick, keep up the good work.
What'd you call me? Yes, sir.
That's your name, bro. Let's go out for lunch again sometime. My treat.
Yes, sir.
You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick?
What'd you call me? Yes, sir.
It's your name.
Oh, yeah.
It seems you don't have any problems with enemies.
Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack.
I'd like to see that.
Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing.
He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything?
The only evidence Doc left behind was during his final attack.
His final attack? You mean...
Yeah, his super move. I mean, when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl.
Me.
It seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl, even though her name is probably in the file you read.
Yeah, that's, anyway, that's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
It's, what was it? I think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay?
His powers of recollection never fail to impress.
Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory.
You gonna pull a knife on me, Nick?
Yeah!
Shink.
Oh, I can't do it
Yeah.
with this menu. I'll go to the other menu in a minute.
Joe Doc was 42 at the time of the crime, practically retired. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman.
A businessman. What made him take to serial killing?
One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. It felt so good.
Apparently.
With his car, so it was an accident.
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
Who can drive cars?
Yeah.
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed another man. Then a kid walked by and he killed him too. Then when he was burying the body,
What
a jogger came along and he killed him too. And finally, he turned himself in.
What the heck? Oh my god.
That story makes perfect
Once you
sense.
start, you just can't stop.
Murders are like potato chips. It's crazy.
They don't stack this well, though.
Yeah, that's so true.
Oh my god, I'm
Thumbs up.
dying.
They call him the Pringles of killing.
Couldn't fit 'em all in
Mr. Pringles.
Mr. Pringles.
Oh my god. Whew. Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
Of course, this is all conjecture. See, I just made all that up. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He killed like 8 people and there was no evidence.
Damn. Oh
Wow.
My God.
This universe is special.
It was like Grand Theft Auto. They just came walking down the street. Bang, next, bang.
Gumshoe watches too much TV.
Oh my god.
Like crying. Oh
Dun,
my god.
dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
Just kept killing everyone who came by until he had a big pile.
As soon as
Uh-oh.
someone came around the corner, the ice cream man's here. Boom, he's gone. Throw him on the
Yeah,
pile.
I saw him. I saw him. He killed like 8 people. The guy's moving boxes.
Oh god. Oh man. So he turned himself in, huh?
Yeah, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim.
Oh my god,
None of
dude.
this makes nothing about this criminal makes sense.
Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Doc was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed.
That last witness is right next to you.
Yeah,
AKA
that
Emma.
traumatized looking girl.
Alright. Oh
and
my
now
god.
show him.
Oh, I have to take a second. Michael needs sleep! Thank you
Oh
for
my
gifting a
God.
sub.
Hey, thanks, pal.
Wow, thank you so much.
Oh,
I really
man.
appreciate it.
Michael needs sleep comes in, they kill him, put him on the pile.
No!
No.
No! Not Michael needs
We
sleep.
got a pile
It's
of
dangerous in
boxes
here. Watch out.
Michael needs sleep. He's getting the big sleep.
No one's safe when Joe Dark is in the room.
Oh man. Then he ran
It's
down
like
the hall
dominoes.
to the prosecutor's office. They killed him too.
Of course, none of that was real.
No,
It's all conjecture. Oh god. Oh
It's a
man.
very serious thing to conjecture at.
Wow.
God, I love gumshoes.
Michael said I had a good run, gang. Wow. I can catch my breath. Thank you, Michael Needs Sleep, for gifting a sub. Woo. Okay, that was the funniest thing Gumshoe has ever said. By far.
Just barely
This
made
big
up this whole
dramatic
story.
story of
That
of
was the
serial
best thing.
murder spree. And then, oh, but, you know, it's all conjecture.
Oh, man.
All conjecture.
About this.
Hey, is that?
It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
What are you doing with that?
I just carry it with me.
Ever since that case closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker
When you swiped it,
and was found in Mr. Edward's car muffler.
that's it.
What?
Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again.
Okay, this is all conjecture. But hold on.
Oh my god. It's all coming back.
Oh my
It's
God.
coming back to me now.
2 years was so long ago. I don't blame him for not remembering. This knife, it was Joe Dark's, wasn't it?
That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at. Plus, it had his fingerprints on it, too.
Well, I think you probably could have stopped there if you didn't go to the store, but okay.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where its luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
Oh, really?
Gee,
Eh?
don't say. You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
You right?
Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. Yeah?
Inside a body.
That's what did him in.
Where was it?
In the body. The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it in his body. Dead. It was found deep inside the stab wound.
Ooh.
Did it match Dark's knife?
You bet. Down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive.
How did the knife break off in a body, though? Nothing in a body is.
Well, he killed like 8 people beforehand, you know, those
Yeah,
things.
it was pretty weak.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
like when
just
you
worn
play
down.
Zelda and they kind of degrade over time and then it breaks.
It's a breakable.
It's a breakable knife.
Perfect sense.
Yeah.
A huge problem.
It's
in
not an
our
unlimited
world.
knife.
Oh god.
Yeah, you gotta do a lot to get the unlimited
What a
knife.
fool. But you know, he was unprepared. Like it was a
Alright.
car accident. So
Yeah, he wasn't expected to be a murderer that
Yeah,
day.
he
You know,
didn't
car
get-
It
accident,
just,
boom.
he
He got the
just
bloodlust. He
you
was
know,
in for it then.
snowballed. What can we say? Okay, Neil's autopsy. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. A knife tip
Dang.
was found in the wound. Updated?
Well, there you have it in a nutshell.
That was a lot.
Pretty big
Most of it
nutshell.
was fake, but okay.
That's all I know.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant.
It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered.
The chief's out now and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
Yeah, I see where you're going. I need money. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What, really?
But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned.
Oh,
why don't we go borrow Marshall's?
don't we still
about
have Goodman's?
to be fired.
Right?
Sorry,
Goodman's
pal.
might still be active. We have
yeah.
we have options here.
I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
How
Yeah.
about this ID card? It
Yeah,
was Detective
there you go.
Gibbons.
Kinda showing your hand there, but yeah, that won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
So let's go get Marshall. He's not fired
Oh.
yet.
So, in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office.
I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind.
Pull the knife on him.
The blue badger?
Um,
Spray luminol in his eyes. Ah!
And then grab it. That's oh my god. Wow, I like completely brain farted. That's Maya's. That's a
Can we
Maya
look at that?
technique.
Can we look at the picture a little more closely? It only flashed.
yes.
Hmm. That's a pretty dangerous.
Yeah, why is that
knife.
knife there?
It's
Yeah, that's odd.
a
That's
full-on sharpened weapon.
I also see the
Stand right behind the
ugliest
knife.
vase in the world in the
Oh,
background.
there's the vase.
Oh yeah.
that we have
Show
in our
me the
evidence.
picture.
That is the
Uh,
vase.
Show him the
the-
picture? Or we try.
Oh, no.
Wait,
That's
am I
why
there?
still holding it in the office that we can't get into.
This one?
Yeah.
That, yeah, the knight. He's still got a lance.
Let me share a little advice with you as a detective.
I don't think this.
If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut.
But look at this photograph.
Doesn't make me laugh.
I'll keep that
Make
in
me laugh,
mind.
pal. But most things do.
Alright, what else should we try? We got this.
Maybe that. It's in the picture.
It is.
About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere.
Somewhere?
Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives.
You were a vase in your
This
previous
must be
life.
the most uninformative detective I've ever met.
Something about it makes me feel uneasy.
Oh, yeah, it's from his office.
It's
Got
like
blood
I'm in
on
the
it.
chief's office and he's yelling at me.
That's because it's where it's
Chief
from.
Gant?
Where could I have seen that before?
Well, we just
Do
showed
you
well, how-
know where it's from?
Here. Oh, he's not going to
Let
take
me
the
show it. I
photo.
don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
photo.
It's in the
God
photo,
damn it.
literally.
No, I'm not looking at this photo. I'm not falling for it again.
I'm sorry, what? What else should we show him?
Badger.
I don't know. I thought
This
it
in
would
the
be
photo?
Jaws in the picture.
Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day.
Oh, there's a piece missing from it.
Exactly. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later.
Apparently
That's
he's
gotta make
forgotten.
something
concern
up.
for your memory, sir.
God damn.
Okay.
See, Joe Doc got a hold of the trophy.
I wonder if you
Yeah.
show, like,
Oh, there were prints on your locker.
Oh.
Or something. Maybe?
Maybe.
Was that the print from his locker?
It was on
That's Marshall's
Uh,
locker.
Marshall's.
where's
Mm,
is
Hmm.
it the floor plan? Or I don't know.
we can just show him everything.
What about this? What
What
about,
about
this?
this? What about this? Whoops.
I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that. Oh, maybe we should read this.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Dark, serial murderer, sentenced death. The victims, right?
Mm-hmm.
This guy, I'm this guy. Yeah. All right. Well,
Well,
nothing.
that's not helpful.
Nothing we don't
We knew
already
all.
know. Oh,
I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. To think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal.
You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know?
I'm trying to think Gumshoe has a crush on Edgeworth.
Yeah, a little bit.
maybe a little
That's a
bit.
ship.
Gumworth. They call it Gumworth.
Really?
It's a
Yeah.
little one-sided, you know, but it's there. After all, a serial killer was on the loose.
But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Dark guilty. Oh, so I mean,
I mean, this is a piece of evidence.
we don't know what it's from, but it was. Is this from SL9? It's not. Is
No,
it?
it's AI-16.
Yeah, it's like really
Yeah.
random. Like, why would he send that?
Why do we have this?
I don't
Why do we?
know.
Why do I have this? No.
I don't want it.
Screwdriver.
About this. Oh, we already did this,
Hey,
right?
is that's the tag?
Did we already do this one?
This is the same dialogue,
Same?
I think.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is the same.
Get stabbed, broke off in
Right,
the
right,
body,
right.
and nose.
Oops.
Cheap knife.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What do you want from us, Gumshoe?
What's the badger?
Edgeworth's knife.
Let them into the office. Let them into the office.
I'm very confused why.
This guy
the
almost
photo
made us
of
lose the case today.
What are you talking about? He was guarding the bloodstain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays.
So true.
It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well.
I have to admit, he's right, though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15. Thank
Maybe
you, Blue
just
Badger.
show him your badge.
Okay,
I'm a detective,
I'm
man.
a detective. Or I'm a prosecutor. I'm a defense attorney. I don't know what I am. Detective.
I have a job.
Here's my attorney's badge.
You show this to me every time we meet.
I'm
pal.
so proud of it.
Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I don't have a police badge.
Only real men are police in this universe.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
You got a
I
button.
wish had a badge.
Alright,
I
is there
wish had
Well,
a
Emma,
badge.
if you become a
I wish
detective,
had a
you can be a
badge.
real man.
Is there something we need to? I don't know what
I
else to
don't
show
think
him.
so.
We haven't been
I don't know
here.
why the picture doesn't work, because it proves two things. But
No one's here today. Not even Miss
even in
Star.
the other order, he just doesn't want to do it.
Maybe we do need to go get Marshall's badge, and he went to Edgeworth's office.
That could be.
Everyone's
I don't know.
probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Sorry.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow.
Maybe show him the
Yes,
map
maybe we can-
of the.
We can go to Edgeworth's office.
Oh, we
Yeah,
can
let's
go
see
to
if Edgy's in.
Edgy? I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet.
There he is. It looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor.
Lots of people hiding papers.
Tough day in court, huh?
Huh. I've had to live with the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you.
That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings.
Stop hiding your feelings, Edgeworth.
So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase the fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, the evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error. My responsibility as the prosecutor in charge.
Just catching up with chat. Michael Needs Sleep says, "Stay back, Gumshoe. He's ours."
So true. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it come to this?
Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
Huh. First last year's trial and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me.
Well,
that smile.
you know.
To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you like Phoenix, don't you? You can't just walk out on the trial.
You can't just walk out on me. I mean, the trial.
Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists? That's odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time.
That picture. Something seems strange about it. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this?
Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony.
Hey, they do it at the Oscars all the time.
Yeah.
I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office.
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back.
This, the screwdriver.
Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to.
That's right.
Yeah, we don't have a reason for that.
No, except to make him
Besides
come
to-
here and look
Yeah.
guilty.
Yeah.
Besides to incriminate him, there's
So-
no
exactly.
reason for this. No one's explained it.
Angie, take a look at this photograph.
It doesn't make me laugh.
Look at this photograph.
This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes.
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
A story.
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us?
It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on.
Oh, that wasn't much of a story.
Yeah, we'll get the rest of it.
This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale.
Settle in. Can I sit on the couch?
Here we go.
Once upon a time, in Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story?
Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for Emma's sake?
Very well.
You know, the halberd and the shield. They had a race.
I mean,
Halberd
yeah,
was faster.
translating the symbols is not really a story. Here, then.
Long ago in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant.
Phew.
One day,
Bless you.
one day he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Hey, wait a minute.
Objection! Those claims contradict each other.
Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's still in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
And Michael wants you to know that the Chinese character for betrayal is written with 2 characters, Eugene Krabs and Plankton.
Crabs.
That's funny. Or contradiction. Either way, it's still funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant. Okay. Is there anything else?
You need to search under his desk.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Well, he actually.
He's not going to let me, though.
Take it.
I wonder what he
Run.
was writing before. Is that a love letter from me?
Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look.
Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there.
I'm sitting right here.
Just distract him. I'll check it out.
Oh, hey, Edgeworth.
Want to make out?
Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground.
Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet.
He didn't even look.
What? Letter of
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation.
Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean...
I'm tired, right?
You're only like 24.
So
I fe-
tired.
I feel as if something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Uh-oh. I think he's serious.
Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything.
Yoink.
Oh, Gumshoe!
I wonder if anybody who's so attached to Edgeworth would do anything for him.
Yeah.
Since I have a question.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
he actually looked at the picture, can we show him the vase?
Oh, true.
Because we couldn't get Gumshoe to look at the picture.
You wouldn't look at the photograph?
No, he just
He
got
giving me that look. I don't like it.
Uh-oh.
Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea.
Are you inviting me to tea? I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very stylish manner.
Whose side are you on anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. We
Best
went through this
evidence?
before.
Best
Yeah.
evidence, huh?
So I don't know if there is a
Like,
best
I don't know
evidence.
what either of them want. Jeez.
Well, we have the letter now. I think we should go back and
Yeah.
show it to Gumshoe.
Okay.
He gonna be really upset.
Hmm.
That would be Angel.
Bet that sandwich girl.
Excuse me. Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef?
Whoa.
Miss Star. I guess she's out of lunches.
And you certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk.
What the?
What?
Who was that person?
Still, I never thought you'd go digging that case up from 2 years ago.
Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can't be attributed to mere coincidence.
Aren't you forgetting something? You know that lip scene I happened to witness?
The ensign Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife.
No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw.
Michael says Rice Ball Lady is weird as heck.
I am insane. Roast beef is meant to be
4
served when eaten.
sandwiches.
Miss Star's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago.
Joe Dog, that's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then.
It took them half a year. The guy supposedly murdered a guy with a car and then murdered a
Made
kid.
body pile and then turned himself in.
He left a pile of corpses and
He just, whew, I'm tired.
He
Going
went blind with bloodlust, and he was like, "What have I done?"
was sped off into the wilderness.
Yeah.
Those days were steamier than a hot bowl of gravy.
Oh, nothing's that steamy.
Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going to hell.
You mean because of his brother's death?
They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. Became obsessed with cowboy. Jake, like that, made her all the more desperate.
Her?
Alana Sky.
My sister?
Best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by the legendary duo.
Lana and Chief Gant.
That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out.
You mean with the forging of the evidence?
Don't get me wrong, Joe Dark got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence provided in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret.
But you don't have proof anything illegal was done.
I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor.
Lon always wanted to be a prosecutor.
Nothing's quite as simple as it appears.
Huh?
Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter.
She was being used.
Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Gant led the investigation with Lana's second in command. And they were the best.
They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they?
Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal.
Whoa.
His magnetism.
By that I mean his ability to attract evidence.
Oh.
He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled.
Incredible
Almost
evidence.
making it up.
You mean
Oh, yes. There were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though.
I take it she's talking about forged evidence.
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 Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her.
Whoa, really?
Oh, yes. Myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake.
Mr. Marshall.
When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating.
Miss Starr.
That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that?
Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she?
Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence.
Chief.
That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control. And then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office.
What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred?
If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along.
But how could he control Lana?
I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change.
At last. I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr.
You listen to me, Rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't like her now. What?
Yeah.
She got better.
There's a reason behind the madness.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back!
You're still here?
Yeah, I gotta make 150 copies of these files.
What?
Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ.
You're a DJ as well?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey.
Oh, that DJ.
Nah, I mix on the weekends. But anyway, I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line.
That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there.
There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Do you know what we can do?
Oh yeah, let him know that his boyfriend is is about to quit.
Which Blue Badger? What should we do?
We actually read it?
Due to recent Due to recent events, I hereby announce my resignation as public prosecutor. Was that really
Those are
good?
a
Yes.
very good impression of Edgeworth.
He
As
really, he really wrote a resignation letter.
Wow, even when resigning, Mr. Edgeworth is cool and concise. Still, it wasn't his fault.
And he signed it Mill.
Someone has to be held responsible. That's how it is in the grown-up world.
Yeah, but that responsibility means nothing if he just quits.
Well, not everyone sees it that way.
To truly take responsibility, you should have to work the rest of your life for no pay.
What?
That's one tough grown-up world there.
Damn.
Calm down, girl.
Edgeworth, you didn't even finish writing your name.
There wasn't even room to write his name there.
Yeah.
What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious!
Is he ever not serious?
I can't believe they've pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective.
That's it. I made up my mind.
But
Here, take my ID card.
We can't do that if someone found out.
they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated.
What?
So, at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
All right, detective. Thank you.
Dang. Gumshoe, you love Edgeworth, don't
He
you?
does so
Forcing it
much.
out
Love him so damn
because of
much.
his secret crush.
Secret.
Detective Gumshoe isn't very photogenic, is he?
I'm standing right here.
Whatever you
I
do,
just gave you my
just
card.
don't say that to his
Standing here.
face.
Look, his eyes are half shut.
Yeah, and his mouth is half open.
Stand again, right here. You haven't even left the
Hey.
room.
Each of his shirt buttons is off a notch.
And he's got the narrow end of his tie in front.
He looks totally normal in this picture, guys.
Give it back. Just give it back.
I think this goes beyond being a photogenic issue.
I didn't
That's
give it
just
to you
what
to
he
do
looks
that.
like.
Alright.
All right, here we go.
It is a fun little, like, Easter egg to pretend that he was,
Yeah.
drunk and partying the night before he got his detective work.
Oh man, I was wasted that day. Oh.
Here goes, Mr. Wright. Breaking and entering.
Beep.
Is it really breaking and entering if you have the key?
Well, it's just entering then.
Yeah.
Why does everyone have the key to the chief's office?
I don't know.
Again,
Apparently any police officer can go in there, which is kind of
wow,
crazy.
that should not be. Oh,
We're in.
this universe.
If anyone finds us now,
Detective Gumshoe's a goner. Oh,
If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Hey!
Don't sneak up on her in this room.
sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
Sorry, I didn't think I was coming either. But I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
ah, Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? A little slow on the
Phoenix,
uptake.
that was so late.
I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came to.
He's also huge.
If you're
guys,
here,
like,
then what's the point in giving us your ID card?
Pay attention.
ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket.
Why?
Hey, don't do that to my card. It was laminated. How did you even do that?
How'd you manage that?
I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
Yeah.
All in this together.
Together.
You
Can you
really
play
don't
that on
want
the organ?
I can try. Which one's C? You really do want to get fired, do you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out.
Got a bad feeling about this. Uh,
Boom. I'm gonna take one of these.
this is a safe, isn't it?
Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue.
Yeah, that's right. Now his ID card matches the rest of his aesthetic. That's what Mark says.
So true.
Okay, if you say so.
It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it.
I'm part of the team.
A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is.
Is it all
How does he
sevens?
know that?
It's all sevens.
Do you know what it is at home,
I have a
kids?
hunch.
I know. You want to try my birthday? It's I forgot.
Woohoo!
I have a better idea. Here goes nothing.
Let's use the push pad.
Yep.
Nice.
Hooray!
Bingo.
Sounded like a microwave.
Hey, my fries are done.
What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal?
7777777. The final ID card number on that record.
Whoa, Damon Gant is from the future?
Whoa. This
The
goes all
number
way to
of the
top.
mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day.
You mean 7777777? That ID number.
It's a-
Yep.
You're missing a
Yep.
7. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number.
Say, anyone care to look inside?
Yes, actually. Okay, calm down. Take a breath.
Money.
Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? I need it. I need it. Give it to me.
Look, it's a,
Shot from a broken cup.
Nope.
This
nope,
somehow
not
looks familiar. Where have I seen this before?
I can't sell that.
there's something else in here too.
What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth.
This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
I'm really helpful. Oh,
worrying that
that
you're,
was
you're
just a
trying to get
thought.
money from Fix here, Gumshoe.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe?
Apparently so. It's empty now.
a piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup.
It's not a cup.
They look like
Mm.
pieces of evidence.
Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them.
Why does he think the vase is a teacup?
After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident?
I'll fight you for it.
Come on. There's got to be something we can show the detective.
I'm sure
I
there is.
mean, will you look at the vase? Will you look at the vase in the photo? Just like there's a vase
Yeah.
that you will not acknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar?
Look at this jar.
Doesn't have the same kind of ring
Look
to
at
it.
the jar. I remember when the three of us put that back together. Those were the days.
That was yesterday.
It's kind of early
Yeah.
to be nostalgic.
Those were the days.
Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards has an SL9 incident sticker on it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found?
Yeah, you mean this one that was in the safe?
Yes, that one. That was in the safe.
That's not a teacup.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting something. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits.
Finally.
Leave them
Here,
for
let me see
now.
that shard. I'll take a crack at this.
Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Can you at
Mr.
home put the shard back together?
Mr. Wright, here's some glue.
If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes.
Oh, here it goes.
Oh boy.
What am I supposed to click?
Oh,
Okay.
There you go.
He's not doing so well.
Yeah, I think it's
That
this way.
looks
There,
right.
like that.
What do I do though? It's
Combine.
not
We
letting
just
me.
shove
I can't
that in
move
there.
it. Just combine? Oh.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Whoa!
There! It fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident.
But
Hey guys, get a load of this!
What is it?
This piece you just attached? It's different from the others!
but
What others? Others of what?
there's a reddish
Oh.
line on it.
A reddish line. That's blood.
I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe?
It's all blood? I'm confused.
Blood traces.
Like, we knew it was bloody. It was bloody from the start.
Mhm.
If I'm fired, I won't be able to give you any information. So that's why I have to get it all out of my system now. You understand, don't you?
Don't be so negative, Detective. We do want you to share your information, though.
Oh, who am I fooling? I've never had anything useful to share to begin with. I just like being part of the team.
Got to stay positive.
Okay, so he didn't react to the photo.
Mhm.
Okay.
Some jargon.
I feel a lot better now that this jar's complete.
But it only raises another
Wait.
question.
Have you tried the photo now?
What was a piece of it doing in the chief's safe?
I can try it again.
More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? Isn't that what safes are for anyway?
I have a feeling the outcome of tomorrow's trial just might hinge on this.
Have you tried it in this scene?
Yeah, like the exchange right before the
After-
vase was
After
this one.
The one if I'm fired, looked at
Yeah,
the picture.
yeah, that was me showing him the picture.
Yeah, that's weird.
So he's not
It's
responding to the
positive and everything's-
photo.
yeah, so-
Gotta
right-
stay positive. All right. Well, we haven't looked around too
Okay.
much yet, so.
Yeah.
Oh, there's stuff in here. Then.
Oh.
That desk on the other side of the room, was that your sister's?
I'm standing all the way over here. Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana.
And I'm over here. Hi.
On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now?
No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene.
That's a strange reason to leave it there.
He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. Told us to
Or-
himself at our New Year's Eve party.
but-
Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time.
I
Dang.
see.
So, ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk?
Why should they be scared of a promotion?
No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning.
Still 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Hi.
Hey, back over here. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it?
Why do you ask?
You don't think? Nah, you wouldn't be. No. There's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay, now then let's look around a bit more.
Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy.
Huh? What is this?
When someone tells you, don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal.
It's reverse psychology.
You don't just let it go with that.
Sorry. This guy is starting to get on my nerves.
I love
Okay,
Doja
so what's
much.
bothering you?
So, see, you two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you?
What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this.
Sus button, somebody slam it.
What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet.
There you go, ignoring me again.
No, we think he is very suspicious.
Yeah. Phoenix is like, well, he's pretty cute, I guess, but I'm not sure.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk.
Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh, that's right. He threw something on the ground, didn't he?
Oh,
he put
it's
it in
you
his desk.
two.
Oh. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk.
Oh.
I wonder what he was reading.
This looks like a list of evidence.
A list of evidence.
Is it the second page?
Maybe it is.
In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though.
Hey, look at the case name.
Eh? SL9 incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There were
wonder
two
what this
pages.
is doing here.
Hold on, detective. What did you just say?
I said, I wonder what this
No,
is doing.
about the evidence list. Normally they're twice as long?
Oh yeah, that's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
A half-size list of evidence.
The list of evidence, it seems too short.
Sometimes his voice is just in my head.
Most lists run twice as long.
I know that feeling.
Everyone loves Edgeworth.
I'm hearing it right now. Look, it's over there.
Yeah,
It's over there.
both of our heads.
There.
Gumshoe and Phoenix.
Yeah, over
Whoa.
there. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mr. Edgeworth? Oh.
I hear like an angel.
Well, yes, I would like some tea.
What would the other half of the list be doing here?
I knew it. The chief must be hiding something about that case.
It would appear so. Okay.
I'm just gonna take this.
Let me look at this. You can't read it?
No, I guess not.
Apparently
no, I
not.
guess not.
Oh, what the?
Oh,
what the?
What the heck?
Oh,
It's
that's
her
somebody's
drawing.
terrible crayon drawing. I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here.
That's a very generous word for this drawing.
What is it? Did you find something?
I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Oh no, it's nothing.
Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright?
I better not forget about this picture. Okay, we're gonna keep this a secret.
That's actually pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not bad.
He killed him with a glow stick.
That's what I was thinking.
Very suspicious.
Okay,
See, I was DJing and this guy came in.
this is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons.
Sure is, pal. The chief don't care for imitations.
First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room?
So true.
What? You mean we're paying for this?
Yeah, for an organ.
That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes.
You don't have any taxes to pay.
Shh, be careful what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak.
I don't think he'd fit in there.
Even if
Yeah.
he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
Hmm.
The chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department.
That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building.
When the detective screws up. Yeah, he plays that song and
Dun,
calls
dun.
them to his office. Ba-ba-ba, and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul.
Organs are kind of ominous.
Yeah. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except for the ringing in their ears.
So it's an instrument of punishment, literally.
But aren't the chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway.
That's besides the point.
That's funny.
But yet, you can't have an organ just
These
in a
shelves are
normal
mostly
room.
empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf.
Let's look at
Yay.
that photograph.
I know that photograph. It makes me laugh. This is when Lana and I went to that theme park. Oh.
But
Better
we're not going to see
times.
that.
This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy.
Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner.
Okay, it's been 2 years.
There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean.
Yeah, they. Oh.
Yeah, we already told that, yeah. Does Lana ever come back here?
No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership.
She's still alive.
They were the stuff legends are made of.
Does he
And
keep
he
it
has
in
a
memory of
Polaroid.
her or memory of the crime?
Insanity.
This was taken on that day 2 years ago.
The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma.
Joe Dark, more like Joe Fart.
Joe Fart, I get it. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Dark. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later.
Gee, you think?
Yeah, I do.
All right, I think we need to
window.
show Gumshoe something, right? For the
There's
second.
a window. Look at that giant window.
Look at that raid. Hey, Dragon Kuro.
Wow.
Dragon Kuro, how you doing? Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside.
Gumshoe.
This is the 15th floor.
I know. I'm just saying.
No.
Saying what?
Ever since making detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that.
Note to self:
Defenestrating?
Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams.
Welcome, friends. Thanks for the raid, Renkuro.
Welcome.
Defenestration is a weird.
So
life
long as he
choice.
doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired.
Don't say that.
Oops. All right. So,
Gumshoe.
That's a long way down.
yeah. Okay.
I'm just imagining like him running at the window, crashing through. He's like, "Oh
Didn't think this through.
no!"
You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. If you were to drop that suit of armor from here,
At first, the chief wanted to use stained glass for this window.
really? Why didn't he?
They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view.
Oh,
Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. All right. I think
You don't have to do the whole window either.
well, there's like
The
more.
desk is alive again.
Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk.
We found this inside the drawer. List of evidence from the SL9 incident.
Mr. Edgeworth had the other half of that list.
What would this list be doing here? We better take a look. Better
Oh.
look a little more into the list. I think we've.
I guess you could show
mean,
Gumshoe
maybe
the
now
other
you can
half?
read it?
Maybe. Let me
Can
see.
you
Is there
read
any
it
any other? Okay. Let's see.
Present?
Can we read it now?
Mm,
No.
no.
It's still
Nope,
just.
but we found the drawing.
Show it to.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
about
so
the other
maybe,
evidence list?
Oops.
Maybe Gumshoe will read it for us. Or interpret
Sorry.
the drawing.
Wrong button. Wrong button.
That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know, when we first came in here?
Yeah, it looks like the right side of the form's been torn off.
So, Mr. Edgeworth's list really was only half of the whole thing.
Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of that form, pal.
The back.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So we know what's on the
Look
back.
at this bag.
Do you need to look at it again?
If we look at it,
I mean, it's still the same.
and then...
We've already checked it.
I think
think
just
that
turn
was
it right
just our-
side up. No.
Do we
Oh, okay.
present it again?
No, same.
No.
I think you have to turn it the right direction in your inventory.
Okay.
Because the only option was to rotate, so I think they want you to, like,
Turn it.
get it in the right alignment.
I
So
don't think.
do
I
we
don't
just
think
click
it
it again?
matters.
No?
Try
Can we
clicking
inspect it
again.
a second time?
Usually, once there's a check, that's like it.
Yeah.
Looks like someone drew it. What is it?
Yeah.
And then he's like, "I'm not gonna show it."
Hmm.
Yeah, but,
Okay.
but now the Gumshoe has noticed it.
I think we need to get him. We need to
Okay.
get that cloth from him.
Oh, that's right. He still has that
He
other
still
piece
has
of
that
evidence.
piece of leather, which I thought, you know.
We could present the other handprint because there's a hand.
Oh,
Isn't
good
that his
idea.
vest?
I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that.
You know Officer Marshall?
Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me.
How old are you?
You don't want to know. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus.
Really?
He said, "Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles."
Note to self: Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus.
Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him.
Mm.
What?
Right, you-
Why are you looking at me like that?
All right. Well, there was the handprint. Rubber glove.
Mm,
It's a handprint. Oh, maybe we can luminol.
Or maybe can you inspect the handprint for fingerprints?
It's not in our inventory.
Is the vase still in your inventory?
Yes.
yeah.
Can you use the luminol on that?
I can't do it in our inventory.
Okay.
I can try just selecting the luminol. Like,
Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I could go around detecting blood traces too.
Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. Add 3 inches to your base height.
base height. Hey, let me see that. Looming tall. New and improved growth formula?
You mean this can't detect any blood traces?
Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol.
It said add 3 inches. What the? Oh. So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face.
Oh my god.
Okay. I mean, we know that that's Gantz.
Could show him that. That's the ID card record, isn't it?
Yes, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m., the victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number.
7777777.
That's 17 too many, Detective.
Dang.
An executive officer. Just might have a hunch. Yeah, we know. Fingerprints. Maybe we can dust the... He'll let us dust the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this.
Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints?
That's a great idea, Detective.
All right, go to town. Sheesh.
What are you doing? Why are you sticking your hand out like that?
Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
He's so cute.
It's not your fingerprints we want to take.
Oh?
Come on, this isn't the time for jokes.
Oh, Gumshoe.
We're talking about that cloth that we found in the safe.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor? Just making
Okay,
a
here we
joke.
go.
I'm so stupid.
Oh no! Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed into the
Yeah, I
prints,
know.
blow
We've
the
done
rest
this
away.
before. What do you do? What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. All right, let's get this over with.
Shut up.
Once again, I
Oh,
have
whoop!
become
I
my
hit the wrong
Hey,
button.
back again.
Whoops, my bad. Okay, maybe I need to be told a million times. All right.
Shut up, I know what I'm doing.
I said
Oh,
push A, and I thought if I was pushing A, it didn't work. All right, Mom. One more time.
Jeez Louise.
Okay. What the?
Maybe listen to her next time.
Oh,
Now
okay.
press
Now it's
A.
working.
Yeah. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle.
Sprinkle, sprinkle everywhere.
There's no cloth here, though. What am I sprinkling this on?
It's looking like the New Year's Eve party.
Oh, God.
I mean, it takes up the entire thing, so...
Mhm.
the handprint, I mean.
Yeah, but we all need a fingerprint, though.
Yeah. It's just hard to tell, like,
What exactly it wants from me,
it
yeah.
is.
When I
Cloth
played
is
this
not
the
on the
first
screen.
time, I just made the whole thing white.
Me too. Give it my best shot.
That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it?
But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result than this from this print.
Okay, let's try a different finger then.
Oh, okay, I guess I chose a finger somehow. Probably was this one?
Try the middle one.
This
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Dust.
Give us the finger.
Yes, dust.
Wow.
Oh, that's a nice.
There you
Oh,
go.
but apparently it's
Ooh.
not good enough. I gotta get the little bits on the edge.
I
Gotta
think
get
the
the
bottom has
bottom.
bits left.
Bits. That won't let me go into the thing. I gotta go around this right there.
Don't dust the
There we
menu.
go.
Can't dust the menu.
Yay.
Ding. Oh,
Okay.
but we don't have a. Oh, we gotta figure out who it belongs to. No. No.
No.
Not me.
Well, Emma.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-oh. Gee, I wonder whose fingerprint that is.
Do you know at home?
Oh dear.
All right, arrest her.
No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they?
Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's fingerprints.
Shh. Hey,
Where
you.
did this leather even come from? Like this one scrap?
Yeah, let me come over here. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
It
go to the
wasn't-
other side of the room. What's going on here? What is that kid's prince doing inside the chief's safe?
Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Here, maybe you should hold on to this.
Thank you.
What are you guys talking about?
No,
Well, nothing. Nothing. I'm thinking of jumping out the window.
No, don't do it!
Yeah. So, was I any help?
Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. That's Gant.
Oh. Now that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat?
You in the
Yeah, Chief Gant.
We didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought about a certain detective. Do you mean, me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh, you in the coat. Yeah, me, sir. Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir. Now get out. Yeah, yes, sir.
Not out the window, okay?
Hey, Gumshoe, you're too good for this place.
I'm taking the window.
We'll be on our way too then.
Wait! You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet.
Me, sir?
I'd like a word with you.
But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You with the spiky hair, you're free to go.
Oh no.
Mr. Wright!
No.
Let's not leave the
We
teenage
can't-
girl with the very creepy old man.
Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. It was all for
Yeah,
him.
but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it.
Now that
Where's
I've seen
Emma?
the evidence, Chief Gant was hiding in his office. I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time?
Anyway, you listening to me, pal? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again.
Oh.
Later, pal.
He's not gonna come back, is he?
After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day.
I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning.
It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here.
But I've already told you all I can.
What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing.
Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. It's something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman.
You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words.
Hmm? Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous.
Hmm?
It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can dissuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe.
Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Do we want to finish? Oh, I guess last bit, maybe? This could be the end of this.
Let me hop out and in because I am lagging. Is it lagging for you guys too?
No.
No.
Okay, that's me. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. We'll just hold off for a minute then.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out a little bit over time, you guys, today.
Does that feel it?
You tell us. We didn't notice any problem.
Yeah.
I have to admit I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual.
What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say? So you think I'm protecting this person?
Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it.
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence.
For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom May I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name?
Meekins.
Well, Miss Sky,
Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place.
I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes.
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did, specifically hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant.
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
Me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
We got the jar.
We've got lots of stuff. What do you want me to show her?
Yeah, right?
He falsified evidence. Well, he
There's the evidence sheet.
took that out. Like,
Yeah.
I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touche, Mr. Wright.
Rendezvous?
It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day.
Guessing that's Gant.
I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Mile Edgeworth's car.
Just Mile.
Smile,
Edgeworth.
smile. Just as I suspected.
I don't know his name.
Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident. Serial killer Joe Dark's knife.
Couldn't just leave that knife on him. So I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
That would be Edgeworth's knife.
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand.
Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then... she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Miss Starr, huh? Bad timing. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly?
It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be opened again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So, you hid Dark's knife.
The weapon used to stab the detective was hidden in the Joe Dark case. It was evidence in the Joe Dark case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right? Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You asked Emma.
I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling.
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall,
Gasp.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
the lead investigator for the SL9 incident, had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He's the only other person I could trust. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room.
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
With Lana.
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Although the bar for that was in the ground.
Yeah.
Now, please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. To be continued.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Wow. Thanks for hanging out, you guys, even though we went a little over today. It was a long investigation, but it feels nice to wrap it right
Yep.
there. Feels good.
Now we know the full thing.
We know the whole story of what really happened. Now we just gotta throw it all at everybody in court.
But who's behind it all?
I don't know.
This entire organization, there's such a mess all the
It
time.
could be anyone.
Yeah.
It could be anyone. Wow.
How do
Thanks,
these
friends, for
people
hanging
make
out.
it to work every
Yeah.
day without getting like how?
I don't know. I don't know
Good
how the police
question.
department here functions.
They're like so terrible at just being people with brains.
Yeah.
They just rely on Phoenix Wright to do it.
Pretty much. Like, the lawyers have to do everything in this
Well,
world.
he is the title of the game.
I guess
That's
so.
right.
Who else is supposed to do it?
He's
True,
got
he
main
is the
character
It'd be
protagonist.
Miles Edgeworth in his game, eventually.
That's
It's
it.
called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, not Dick Gumshoe Detective.
I would
I'm
totally
gonna
play
make
that
my own
game. I'd play the heck out of that game.
It would be so fun.
It's just like a sim game where you just have to get him lunch, and
Yeah.
can you balance his checkbook for the day?
I don't know. Can you tie his
No.
shoes for him?
Yeah.
Man. Well, we will continue next week on Tuesday night. Thanks, friends. Thanks, Zep, Anna, Jada, for doing some voices.
Yes.
Yay. I don't know, Zep, do you have a stream coming up you want to advertise at all? Anything? Any plans?
I definitely want to get at least one more in October here.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
I'm putting something together.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe
boy.
one,
All
maybe
right.
two.
All right. Keep an eye out for that, folks.
Yay.
Yeah. Thank you, Dragon Kuro, for the raid, and also Michael Needs Sleep. Thank you so much for the gift sub. Appreciate it. And we're going to raid on over to Asala, who is trying to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. She may be
Ooh,
having
trying.
she may be having some technical issues, but
Is that part
no.
2 or the first
the
one?
first one.
Okay.
But I don't know what's happening, so let's go ahead and make it awkward by bringing a bunch of people to watch.
Let's go over there and demand that it's fixed.
Fix
Fix
the
Fix
game.
the game.
Fix
Throw
the
game.
game.
shouting mangoes. Fix the game. Fix the game. That's right.
We
And
demand entertainment.
there will be Aerith. So we
That's
shall
right.
say
She's in it.
that's right. Good night. Oh wait,
Good
darn it! Wait,
night.
she just
What?
ended her stream. She's restarting her PC. Okay,
dear.
Oh,
we're
no.
going anyway. We're going
Okay.
anyway. She's restarting
Great.
her PC. Good
Hooray.
night.
Good night.
All right, she's restarting her PC. She'll be right back. Okay, be right back. All right, we're rating, but she'll go live. All right,
Raid.
bye.
Bye.